Hey guys, let me see if I can just give you an example of how efficiently we can create totally unique points of view writing content this new way. Say I asked this question, what is pressure washing? And we're going to talk about a residential pressure washing company. So they do homes, not businesses. We're just going to say that. And they're in Orlando, Florida. Okay, so I want to see how many different ways I can answer this question automatically by letting a bot write answers that are plagiarism proof. Okay, here we go. I've got 10 right here that we're constructing in seconds. Pressure washing is a process that involves using high pressure water to remove dirt, grime, and other unwanted substances from surfaces such as roofs, driveways, patios, decks, and more. How long would it take a person to both research and answer that question? And then if we were to say, okay, while I have one person writing it, I want a second person to run behind them and take their sentences that they wrote and create variation sentences. Okay? So then, while this first person is looking this up to get some research, to study how some sites answer this and how Google seems to answer that, and then they need to write something unique, right? So it's not plagiarized. While they're doing that, let's have somebody else write these variations, or maybe 2 or 3 people working in parallel. I want someone to write 3, someone else to write 3, and a third person to write 3. I want them all at the same time. Now, if that's true, I'm paying 4 people to move quick, okay? But anyway, what have we got? Pressure washing, let me just go ahead and kind of like build this up a little bit, is a process that involves high pressure or not. Pressure washing is an effective way to improve the appearance of your property while also protecting it from wear and tear over time. Excellent. That's going to be on a second webpage, right? One webpage will talk about pressure washing, maybe on this website. What is pressure washing? The page will talk about it. Another page will talk about the same thing. It's on a different website. Maybe I want both of these to compete in the same city because it's for the same client. So they're both competing for Orlando for the same client. Or I'm creating a catch-all project that's for nameless clients, but answering the questions so I can capture leads and I can sell the leads to clients in the area. Okay? There are different things that can be done. But anyway, check that out. That's the same. That is the answer to the same question on a different website. What about what is pressure washing a third website? How's that going to start that topic? When you need to get tough grime off of surfaces like concrete or vinyl siding, pressure washing is the ideal solution. That's perfect. What is pressure washing? Whether you're looking to clean up after a storm or simply maintain the look of your property on a regular basis, pressure washing can help you get the job done efficiently and effectively. What is pressure washing? With the right equipment and knowledge of safe practices for pressure washing techniques, you can ensure that your home or business gets all the benefits of this cleaning method with minimal risk or damage to your property. Right? Do you see how cool these are? Just read them for a minute. You know what I did? I generated 100, actually. That's just 10. I can continue. I can put in more right here. Okay? And I can just keep going. Totally different answers. Okay? I can do more. Okay? Totally different answers. Okay? What's that mean? We can efficiently write awesome web pages every time. What do you think we do with this whole stack? First thing we do before we do anything else, let me just make this point clear, okay? What do you think we're going to wind up doing? Aside from getting rid of the numbers, which is simple. I already built a, where did I put it? I think here, right? Like, universal fixes, was that it? Yeah. Okay, all done. Numbers are gone. Okay, pressure washing's at the bottom, but what do you think we're going to do with it? First thing we're going to do is go to Grammarly, right? And the other thing we're going to do is just make sure that there are no dupes, or else we'll just generate some more to put them in. Matter of fact, I can do the dupe check first. Sorry, I'm just working in 2 screens so I can like keep track of all this while I'm showing you what's going on. So, in case you're wondering, watch this. First, I'm going to cut this. And I guess I could paste it in at the top, right? Insert the cut cells. But then I don't really need that. So I'm just going to go F1. Because I'm going to use that as my standard for data. advanced, filter, copy, copy to, it won't be here, it'll be the next column, BAP, and it'll be unique records only. Boom. Okay. So I had 30 over here, right? It says 31, but that's because of the header. Check it out. Unique, man. Totally unique, right? As fast as I generate them, they are unique. They are ready to go. When we do all our sentences that way for all of our pages, what's that mean? That that they're all unique and they're plagiarism free. Believe me, we can go put this in double quotes. Any of this in double quotes on Google, right? And I'll do a Grammarly check first, just so you can see how cool this really is. Grammarly's gonna suggest things, it always will, say your tone is not matched to the content or who knows whatever. But look at this, overall score on the entire stack is a 95. If that's a grade from an English instructor, that's an A. Okay, I'm not gonna argue that. Do I want to fix these things first? Could I? I could. Maybe I'll just deal with the correctness ones and I'll just go, yeah, sure, yeah, sure, yeah, sure. Show me some other ones. Yeah, sure, yeah, sure, yeah, sure. I'm letting it say mold with a U, although I don't need to, right? I could just, ignore it. Okay, Control Alt, Control C, and then what would I do? I would just paste that in here instead. So I'd paste right over the top of it, like so. Paste. Okay, I just updated them. And if I don't really want the British spelling of mold, Control H, in all those cases, or even some of them, M-O-L-D, well, M-O-U-L-D, I can make M-O-L-D, all right? And I could do that in, let's say, like the first half of those 30, right? So I'm just going to say replace it here in this first half. Oh, there weren't many. Okay, well, I guess I'm just going to have to replace all because, I guess there were only 3. Well, I'm going to Control Z then, and that's fine. Now I've got a couple that are M-O-U-L-D, right? Like right there. Okay? Less I don't like it. All right, so anyway, here's the point. That gave me 30. Out of 100, I can do 100 in a minute. Okay, from end to end, 100 variations of that sentence in a minute. Okay, so if I've got 3,000 words on the web page, and generally a sentence is 17 words, it's 3,000 divided by 17. That's 176, 177 sentences, which is basically 180 minutes, which is basically 3 hours of work. Okay, what's the point? 3 hours of work. Moving full speed, no breaks, okay, can get this kind of work lined up and ready and good. But it does take going through Grammarly to get it done. And just to make a point separate from all of that, okay, will be this one right here. Let's do a search on Google for a plagiarism check, right? Like just take a sentence like that one, right? I'm going to come back. And I'm going to do the search in double quotes. All right, you guys understand that? In double quotes means I'm looking for the phrase that way, okay? None. About 0 results, and it shows an ad, an ad, and an ad. Right? And I mean, I can do that no matter what sentence do you want, right? Large, small. I mean, it's easier with small sentences where you would expect smaller ones to be copies. So I like showing the search with smaller sentences. But it doesn't matter, small, large, it really doesn't matter. It's 0 results. That's my point. This is hot writing generated rapidly in a way that's great. That explains content generation, right? We do powerful content generation now by first writing a model. We have to create a model based on research. So there is work involved because we have to formulate. Even before that, we have to do keyword research. We have to actually decide the main keywords that we want to rank for, like to create 5 pages out of for a 5-page base site, like roof repair, roof replacement, roof spraying, roof financing, and types of shingles, that kind of thing. But when we go for this, we actually have to look up a bunch of different keywords to see what's getting the most traffic, monthly search volume, MSV, and also keyword difficulty. On a scale of 1 to 10, keyword difficulty, we say 1 to 7 is within our reach. 8 to 10 requires a lot more stuff. You've got to be online longer, etc. But busting open and trying for rank, anything keyword 1 to 7, which is like 70% of everything. And which main keywords, the topics, have monthly search volume. And then out of those topics, one such keyword needs to be wrapped around like another 40 to 50 relevant keywords. This is what I talk about, the seesaw of what we're going to write about. There's the main point. We're going to write in this direction and that's these keywords and those working together to form that main topic. But we're not going to talk about other things dealing with the keywords. You could go on forever in every direction, but we're not going to do that. So the keyword clusters that we're after have to be good. They have to get a lot of searches and be within our grasp keyword wise. And they're going to be naturally, because whatever people are typing, those combinations of the 40 to 50 relevant terms wrapped around the term, working with the term, make the page worthy of ranking, along with the fact that lots of variation searches are going to bring people into that page anyway, like a massive funnel. For any of those seesaw topics that relate to what we're writing about, those people doing searches like that, if Google thinks that what they're looking for is this, they'll funnel them into that. Okay, that's awesome. So we're writing, first we have our keyword research, monthly search volume, keyword density. Then we have to figure out the clusters. Then we have to figure out the sub keywords we're going to write about. Then we have to do research on those topics. Then we have to produce the pages. Then we have to make sure that they audit well, that they're going to rank. Then we have to actually create the model. And then from the model, we have to create all these variations. This is like the 15th step in the process, is right here. And then when we get this, we have like 10 more steps. The final versions of this go to the content manipulation guys, who have to infuse internal links, cross links, external authority links, and destination URL links. And they also have to develop a good series of videos, if there aren't videos to be had for the job, that we can infuse through the project to raise it on the power of the videos having a lot of views and a bunch of thumbs ups. And being relevant, and we have to create a bunch of unique images that fit those topics, right? All pages should have videos, all pages should have images, all pages should have the headers, the contents, and the subheaders. None of the pages should be exempt. They need to all do their job. And then all pages should have links that some point to other pages of the same site, some point to cross sites like other pages in the same group of sites that we're generating. Some of those links should point to external authority links, websites that have been online for years already and they rank well, to pay homage to them, because that's important. We're not trying to be greedy. We're trying to share the wealth by having links in the paragraph saying, hey, if you really want to go over there to read more about this. People don't. If they're interested, they stay here. If they decide to click and go, they weren't going to buy from you. Their head is elsewhere. But the beauty of this is that we can write totally differently and yet stay on point, stay on topic. And so we can create a stack of sites that are all totally unique, that are all worthy of ranking next to each other, that are all top quality, that all reference each other in whatever ways we want. And they're selling you extremely well because they're incredibly readable. They're actually teachable websites. They're not just about you grammatically. You can learn from these, directly speaking. These convince you. You go from mild curiosity to some interest, to increased interest, to heightened interest, right? To being convinced, to being excited, to wanting to play ball. That kind of thing as you go down a page. That's the idea. So our pages will do that on every website that we set up for you, okay? And so, yeah, this is by far the most amazing thing we've ever done. And so guys getting jobs from us, it's at this level. And we're decrypting the leads. And we're going to use the Stack Hunter API to pull the data in. And the website's going to make adjustments to increase the conversion ratios based on people's actions and scroll down actions and on-click actions. Okay? All the stuff I've been talking about in these videos is coming together into the new evolution, the new layer, the next level of Moji. All right.